up, everybody? This is how all these videos are going to start now. Just letting you know. If you don't like it, there's other YouTube channels you can watch.
Yeah.
Okay. Team Galo, welcome. Welcome back. Yes. We are going to work back onto the back take stuff, back mount stuff, the stuff that we worked on before. If you haven't seen the last video, just stop this video, watch that video, because you're going to need that video to watch this video. You understand? You understand? Okay. It's me, Coach Rigo, with Coach Nikki. That's right. We put it in the last video. We put Coach Nikki. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
always. We're
gonna get to the back take stuff today. So you're gonna need that that system from the last video for this to work today. Okay. And I'll kind of reiterate it really quick, and then we're gonna move on to an arm block finish or an arm bar kind of finish, and then the reverse triangle, which I was trying to get to. This 3-part little scenario here. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Cut. Action. Okay. She wants me to start talking like a Brazilian guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd be good. I don't make fun of the Brazilians or anything like that. I'm Portuguese, by the way, just in case if you're not part of the club.
So it's not racist.
It's not racist if I do.
Yeah.
We have the same accents. Okay. So, last time we were talking about weak side, strong side, right? The armpit over the shoulder, right? Strong side, weak side. Taking the back take. Actually, let's go this way. Yeah, I like this side. I like this side. Okay, so we're gonna flop onto the weak side. This is the last video, and we were talking about control, and then that top foot, control. And that stops them from hipping out or anything like that, and it just kind of pins them low, right? We talked a little bit about grip fighting with the hands, right? And just kind of, you know, getting the hands down low, bringing this foot over top to that knee pit, and then pushing through and taking that arm away like a trap, okay? We talked about crossing our feet before, about not crossing your feet down here because of the ankle lock that happens there, right? Don't want to look like a fool, okay? But when we talked about trapping that, triangling up here is okay because her ability to like wrap around my leg, it's just not there. But as soon as it starts getting low down here, then, okay, see what I mean? You know what I mean? You get it. Okay, once we're here, we're gonna start talking about out of that underhook. Right? We talked about armbar finishes. Last time we were talking about pushing the head and then coming deep to that armbar here. But let's talk about just sitting them up. From here, I can actually just kind of rotate and sit them up. So we kind of end up in this quasi armbar situation right here. Now I do have an underhook here that's going to be basically your main armbar here. But the person's always going to be connecting their hands because they feel it. As soon as I'm on top of them like this in this kind of scenario, they feel armbar, right? Blue belt, even white belt, all the way up. As soon as someone's sitting like this with you, their back's towards me, I have an arm, they're thinking armbar. So if you want to connect the armbar, okay, I'm going to show you kind of do's and don'ts. Let's go a little bit forward. I feel like we're too far away from the camera. This is good footage. Okay. We're gonna deal with this hand first. There's a lot of ways to deal with it. Some guys like to grabbing this, putting forward, and then try to unwrap. There's the whole leaning and ripping it off that side, just kind of powering it through. Some guys like to do this, and that leg that's over, that leg that's over top, top leg, we can throw it through. And basically, we kind of like scissor her arm, and we can just extend our feet, connecting our hands, and then just extending, pulling everything away. Okay, and then from here I'm going to end up all the way to an armbar here. But it's not a great armbar because I don't have control over her head and her shoulder. So when I start trying to armbar this, I only have so much reach at this position. She's going to start pushing taller and taller as I go for this armbar. Now there's other ways of doing it. I can go right to the armpit and try to find that angle. It's still not, yeah, it's there, but it's kind of, there's a lot better ways of doing it. So what I'd like to do in this situation here is bringing this foot all the way over to the other side. So basically what I'm doing, I have my feet crossed here. Let's say I break that doing something else, okay? As I lean back, I'm gonna bring this foot off and put it right beside her head, trapping that arm. Now it gives me a little more leverage for the arm bar, okay? But what's gonna happen here, and the action is gonna happen right here. if I bring this foot over her shoulder like I just did, she can actually bring her arm and just sweep across that mat and start turning into me, okay? Which is no good for me. But as she does to do that, all I have to do to stop it is bring my leg over the head. And now I have a really deep, very powerful armbar in this position. I just lift my hips up. There it is. Now, let's go back to that trap position. If I'm here, okay, I can actually turn my hips as well. As she tries to escape, I can come across and go really deep. I want to bring this foot all the way to the armpit, through, and bring her back down here. Okay? And all I'm doing from this position is I'm basically turning to my side. So here we are. As she goes to escape, turn to my side, fire my leg through, bringing her back down. This is even tighter than the one before, because now I have whole shoulder locked and I have the other side as well. And it's a very easy tap. 2 fingers, there it is, okay? Try it out with your partner, dummy, ironing board, and you won't be sad about it, I promise. That'll be good. Try it on unsuspecting neighbors and things like that. Other than that, just get their get their consent. You don't want liability. Don't tell them I told you to do this. Okay. Okay. We're gonna move on to the reverse triangle.
Cut. Nice. Pull.
Action. Okay. We're gonna talk about that same position. Okay. And we're gonna go for the reverse triangle. I don't know why I did air quotes. The reverse triangle. So same setup, okay? Strong side, weak side, little seatbelt action here, right? We're gonna move off to the, turn a little bit. The same side, so I want to have continuity. What's the word? Consistency. What's that Portuguese again? Okay, so what you're gonna do? Boom, on the weak side. Foot on the hip, okay? Doing everything the same, okay? If I want to be trying to choke her, right? I can come up across that other hand, bringing it down, pushing it low, stepping over, locking it up, and sitting her down. So as I go, I'm basically gonna go here, locking it up. So this is gonna be great if you find that the person, you can't break the grips, they're just strong as hell, you just can't get this thing, no matter what, whatever I do, there's no space. I can, with that arm that's inside, that arm barring arm, if that makes sense, I can reach through and grab my own shin. Now, I don't have to use my other hand to go through and grab that shin, because sometimes they'll grab onto that arm, and then it's just another nuisance that you gotta deal with. So I like to use that same arm. I like to put my hand on the mat, and I can reach down and grab my own shin. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pull it higher and higher and higher. Now I wanna get this leg out. Get it out this way. Don't do this, guys. Okay, so what happens here is a lot of guys will come around and they'll just get snagged. So we're gonna end up grabbing that leg. And that whole reverse triangle is lost, okay? As I step out, so I like to bring it high and over, okay? Like you're putting your foot into a boot or something like that, okay? Get it out, okay? Now from here, a lot of guys make this mistake where they'll go really deep with that leg, and what the problem here is, let's go forward so they can see. As I brought this leg across, we're talking about the carotid artery, right? One on either side. If my knee is on that pit, right? If that's right on that side of the, sorry, I got my alarm going off here. I gotta start over.
Stay in the exact same position and not move.
There we go.
Stay right here.
Stay right there.
You don't. You'll never know.
There. Action! So what I'm talking about is, if you get your knee too far onto that one side of her head here, it's gonna basically create a space where she can have that proper blood flow. If I do lock up, I can still probably get it, but there's better ways of doing things if I just start muscling it, pulling it away, and try to choke her out. What I like to do here is actually just bring the knee to the calf to the side of the head. See that? My foot's almost kind of centered to her. It's not all the way out to the outside of the armpit. It's kind of just like that, okay? Now, when I lock up my leg, when I triangle my legs, I don't do this, okay? So you can grab it, whatever. Quickly, when I'm still holding on that shin, just pull it off to the side, really lock up nice and tight. Now it's getting really tight. For a finish in this situation, you can extend away from them and start pushing their head into your leg. That's one way to do it. I like to do this. I like to just get this foot onto the mat and I start shrimping away a little bit. And then I start leaning forward. That's a good choke. You breathe okay?
Always.
Okay, which is a great little choke, okay? Next thing we can do, the knee. This is for the people that you're fighting someone with a thick neck, they're really hard to choke, we're gonna have to up it, okay? We can grab the knee, right? Just reaching over. I like to push off that mat, leaning forward, grabbing the knee. And some guys will just do it like this, which is fine. We'll give them a stretch. They'll probably tap out from the stretch and the choke, right? We want to do proper jiu-jitsu. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna grab it like a rear naked choke, right? Off to the side. I fall off to the side. Now, with that leg, I squeeze and pull and straighten out. There's that tap, okay? There's also obviously a toe hold there if you really want to get nasty with it. Now, things to watch out for. A lot of people from here, they get savvy with it, and they start bringing the arm around their head. What it does is it opens up one side of the airway so they can breathe. So if I start to squeeze here, nothing, okay? But there are other options here. Because the arm is across, we can just Americana it by just grabbing the palm, and I'm just gonna bring it across my hip to the outside. So bring it to the outside. There is kind of a shoulder lock here too. Some people do this. Control the arm. Sometimes it's really strong. You can't move the arm, whatever. Can't move it. Just hold on to it, and basically that foot that's on the mat, I'm gonna do like an arm bar to the shoulder instead, and I just go forward, which is basically another Americana. Okay. Mind you, you could always, if nothing's working here, you could always go right back to here. Right? There's always that. Okay. All right. We did it.
Zang.
Another video down. Now you're even this much more dangerous. You can see it. Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, guys, we're gonna keep on keeping on. We'll stay tuned. We'll get more videos out at least twice a week. We'll have another one probably around Wednesday. And stay fit and have fun.
Cut.
Cut. Yeah.